Very good morning to all of you, a student of class 10th. Today, after the completion of one chapter in chemistry, one chapter in physics, now we are going to start the section of biology, because all of you are very familiar with these kind of things, that all the three parts like physics, chemistry and maths are very important for any student to score good marks in class 10th examination, CBSE or any other state board. So I am welcoming all of you. Biology is a little bit boring subject. This area, whatever the biology side area contains, in that section we have to memorize a lot of things. We have to make practice for the picture diagram and all. But after making the picture diagram, because like all the important picture diagrams are on my fingertip, whatever I will give it to you, you will make practice and you will get good marks. But apart of that, we have to understand something like what are the functions, how they are working, what we have to understand in the sections, what are the meaning of the important terms, etc. and etc. So for that I am here with the chapter life process. If you will go through the NCERT book, in that life process is in chapter number 6. Today we are going to discuss about the life process, that what are the important terms, how we can understand the chapter very well, like that. So my today's role is completely to give you the explanation of the important terms, those are related with life process. Now we are going to start to give you some explanations regarding the biological section. First of all, it is not necessary, it is not important for me that what are the contents available in your chapter, because each and every teacher is having their own view, own point of thinking, own style of explanation and all. So before starting life process, we have to understand that what is life, what are the classifications of objects, those are containing lives in themselves, like that. So according to the structure, first of all we have to know that all the living things, because in the life process we have to study about the process of a life. So definitely process of a life means what? In the living thing. So all the living things are basically divided into two types. First one is unicellular and second one is multicellular. हिंदी में सभी प्रकार के जीव, पादप अथवा कोशिकाएं जो होती हैं, उनका मुख्य तौर पे वर्गीकरण उनके कोशिकीय संरचना के आधार पे। कोशिकीय संरचना क्या होती है? फंडामेंटल यूनिट ऑफ लाइफ होती है। मीन्स जो भी हमारे लिविंग थिंग्स बनते हैं, उनका जो इनिशिएशन होता है, उनकी जो शुरुआत होती है, वो कोशिकाओं अथवा सेल से होती है। सो हम लोगों को इसको जानना है कि कोशिकाएं ही जीवन का, किसी भी जीवन का प्रथम आधार है। In English we can easily understand that, we can also explain or we can also express our feelings that cells are the fundamental unit of life. Cells are the fundamental unit of life. So on the behalf or on the presence of cell, we can divide or classify them into two types. First one यूनिसेलुलर, मतलब वैसे प्रकार के जीव जिनकी संरचना सिर्फ एकल कोशिका से होती है। सच काइंड ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट्स और लिविंग थिंग्स विच कैन बी फॉर्म्ड विद द हेल्प ऑफ सिंगल सेल, दैट विल बी नोन एज सिंगल सेल्ड ऑब्जेक्ट और थिंग, एंड विच विल फॉर्म विथ द हेल्प ऑफ मल्टीसेलुलर, मीन्स मल्टी सेल्स, दैट विल बी नोन एज मल्टीसेलुलर। सो एकल कोशिकाएं और बहु कोशिकाओं के बीच में यही अंतर होता है। क्यों? बिकॉज वी हैव टू नो दैट more than one cells are capable to form tissue, The collection of tissues are capable to form organ. The collection of organ, we can derive it or express it with the term of organ system, and the collection of organ system is responsible for making any kind of body like human body, animal's body, etc. and etc. So this thing you have to keep it in your mind, that what is the role of cell. It means what? In other words, we can say clearly that our body is completely made up of cells, because cell is responsible for making tissue, organ system and body. So that's why now we are going to start to study about the life process. If we are the living thing, then for the survival point of view, it is very necessary for us that we need some nutrients, we need some food like that. So in this chapter we have to study about that only. So here I am discussing, or I wrote something, that first one single celled organism, second one multi-celled organism. Multi-celled organism means such kind of organism which found in multicellular system, which found in multicellular living thing. That organism is known as multicellular organism. So we know, or we have to know, that if someone is telling to me, or someone is trying to give the explanation that हिंदी में मैं तुमसे पूछता हूँ, अगर हमें जीवित रहना है, if I have to alive, then how we can alive? कॉमन थी, वेरी कॉमन, कि सर वी आर ईटिंग फूड फॉर गेटिंग अलाइव. हम भोजन करते हैं ताकि हम जीवित रह सकें. सो इट मीन्स व्हाट? भोजन क्या है? व्हाट इज फूड एंड हाउ फूड्स आर हेल्पफुल फॉर गेटिंग मी अलाइव. दिस इज द थिंग, दिस इज द इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग व्हाट यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड, कि व्हाट इज फूड and how the foods are responsible for getting me alive. Actually in foods we are having nutritions. In food we are having nutritions. Like if you will go to any shop, like currently our honorable Swami Ramdev ji, like they are telling, or they are selling wheat which is mixed up of jowar, bajra, etc. and etc. It means what? If we will get more nutrients, then we will alive, or we will feel better. We will not feel any kind of difficulty relevant to the health issue. So food is nothing but a source from where we are getting nutritions. And again I am repeating, food is nothing but a source of getting nutritions. And what is nutritions? In which nutrients are present, that thing will be known as nutritions. And on the behalf of the nutritions we are getting energy. The nutritions or nutrients will break down in our body and it will give us energy, and that energy will helpful for us for getting alive. So this one is the magic. Like food, nutrition, nutrients, and that nutrients are helpful for giving us the energy, and with the help of that energy we are hoping that we will get alive, or we will like feel better for our daily routine. So these are the things what we have to understand, that how the life process, why the life process, what things we have to study in the life process, etc. and etc. Now बड़ा ही कॉमन सवाल है, हिंदी कभी कभी अब बोल रहे हैं ताकि आप लोग समझिए, because like if we will I will explain all the thing in English, then definitely you will feel bored, like I am not getting properly and all, and due to the environment or the locations where I am present, I have to explain my term in Hindi as well as in Hindi. So I am asking to you that if in this segment we have to study about the food, then how we are getting food? Is there any way for getting food? भोजन हम कैसे लेते हैं? भोजन लेने का तरीका क्या है? भोजन के प्रकार क्या हैं? So here on the behalf of that, nutritions are divided into two types. Nutritions are divided into two types: autotrophic, heterotrophic. Autotrophic nutritions and heterotrophic nutritions. Autotrophic nutritions means, याद रखना, autotrophic nutritions का मतलब होता है वैसे पोषक तत्व जिनकी उत्पत्ति वह जीव अथवा वस्तु खुद कर ले. If I will produce nutrients by myself only and I will consume it, then it will known as autotrophic nutritions. अब सवाल है कि भाई एक छोटा सा एग्जाम्पल दे दीजिए. So for that I wrote it here that photosynthesis, like simply you are knowing that what the plants are doing. Plants are producing energy for themselves by themselves only. They are not going to get food from outside. वो बाहर से भोजन लेने नहीं जाते हैं. वो भोजन का निर्माण, पोषक तत्वों का निर्माण वो खुद से करते हैं. They are producing the nutrients by themselves only, and that thing will be, or that nutritions will be known as autotrophic nutritions. So for that I wrote one example that with the help of photosynthesis they will get energy or nutrients or nutritions, whatever you will say. So the autotrophic nutritions is only responsible. Subham, don't pin again and again. I am, yes, again you are pinning. Just keep your device and listen to me. So what is happening with me here, that photosynthesis is an example of autotrophic nutritions. And heterotrophic nutritions means if we will get food from outside, then by such kind of food the nutritions what we are getting is coming under heterotrophic nutritions. Heterotrophic nutritions के लिए कौन से चीज जिम्मेदार है? Like any human being or animals, because they are not going to generate energy by themselves. They are going to get energy, or for the getting energy they are completely dependable upon other food resources. So that class will be divided into two types: autotrophic by themselves, heterotrophic by someone else. So these things you have to understand. So by today's session I am clearly mentioning you that what is single cellular organism, what is multicellular organism. It means such kind of organism which contains more than one cell. It means in the form of tissues and all. Afterward, the third one thing, whatever I was skipping, that what is excretion. What is excretion? Excretion है क्या? That's why I leave the third point, because I thought that I will discuss it after fourth point. If we will get something, then definitely we will like move out something. अगर हम न्यूट्रिशंस के लिए कोई चीज़ ग्रहण करते हैं भोजन के तौर पे, तो पोषक तत्व अपने शरीर के अंदर लेने के बाद वैसे अपशिष्ट पदार्थ जिनका हमारे शरीर में कोई काम नहीं है, हम उसका उत्सर्जन करते हैं. हिंदी में हम उसको निकालते हैं. एंड दैट प्रोसेस विल बी नोन एज एक्सक्रिएशन. दैट प्रोसेस विल बी नोन एज excretion. So for that only I wrote it English. The product which produced by body by process is known as excretion. मतलब जो पदार्थ, अपशिष्ट पदार्थ भोजन ग्रहण करने के बाद उसके पोषक तत्वों को अपने अंदर समावेशित करने के उपरांत जो अपने शरीर से उत्सर्जित करते हैं, उस प्रक्रिया को एक्सक्रिएशन कहते हैं. So in physics actually what I am doing, I was explaining each and every term in English, in chemistry also, but in biology I am going to merge Hindi and English, because like some terms which is quite tough for you to understand completely in my English class. So that's why I am using the Hindi term also as well as the English term. So for today's session we completed single cellular, multicellular, excretion, nutrients and nutrient. And on the base of the sources of getting food, we divide nutritions into two types: autotrophic nutritions and heterotrophic nutritions. Autotrophic nutritions means if the object will produce nutritions with themselves for getting food and all, for getting energy, that will be known as autotrophic nutritions. And if we will get food from outside or somewhere else for getting energy, then that will be classified into heterotrophic nutritions. For one example I gave it to you, photosynthesis. And for heterotrophic nutritions, याद रखना है भाई, हम लोग चावल दाल गेहूँ सब बाहर से लेकर खाते हैं, तो ये जो है हम लोगों को जो पोषक मिलता है, पोषण जो होता है हम लोगों का, that will come under heterotrophic nutrition. Thank you. In the next class we will study about little bit of these things, and respiratory system, digestive system, because according to CBSE we have to get it very clear that in the two diagram, either respiratory system diagram, either digestive system diagram, one question will come definitely. So again, day after tomorrow when my next session will start, you have to take a light concept on the behalf of the picture or diagram of respiratory system and digestive system. Thank you. Have a great day.